What's going on, everyone? So, Scream. The franchise is known for its chase scenes. I mean, Scream has had some of the best chase scenes in horror franchise history. Obviously, the one that most people refer to or kind of default to is Scream 2 with like the panels, where, the little sound panels and Gale's kind of interweaving in between them and Ghostface is on the back end. And, just the tension that built and the tension that drew. And it's just like, is he about to she about to turn a corner and get it? Is he about to stab through the sound thing? Like, it was one of those just chase scenes that you really stuck with you, really remembered, right? And then ultimately, she goes and traps herself in the little closet, and then Dewey, steps on the pizza, and in the end, though, he gave the thumbs up. But you look at Scream and some of the chase scenes that it's had, and Ghostface, even in like Scream 6, Ghostface kind of chasing Sam and Tara into the bodega, taking people out in the bodega, like that was an awesome scene, right? Like it's had its moments. It's also had some Scream films, like Scream 5, people were like, dude, we need some chase scenes, right? It had some cool deaths, had some cool scenes, right? But need some chase scenes, which I did appreciate in Scream 5, and I will say, and look, I'm somebody that's very critical of Scream 5 and 6, but I did like the no nonsense type of Ghostface, right? Ghostface just kind of gets in, gets out, surprise attacks. It also made sense given Amber. Amber did, or what appears to be, Amber did most of the killings. If not, I mean, I think you could even make an argument it was all of them. But nonetheless, right, it made sense that Amber's not going to be tracking down and chasing down people and then, taking them out, pokey poke, and then, that leads into, her getting into squabbles and like, no, she's going to be in and out on most of them, right? In and out on most of the attacks and surprise attacks and stuff like that. But Scream 7, be nice to get some just quality chase scenes. Get a scene or two, right? Again, I want them to keep that brutality. Like I've talked about, give me the dark undertones, the brutality of Ghostface in Scream 5, but give me the tactical kind of militant Ghostface from Scream 7. Or sorry, Scream 6, right? If you could marry those two, I think you'd have the perfect Ghostface. And I think you could do chase scenes and make them believable. Where if you have this Ghostface that, yes, some of the kills just boom, you're done, right? There's no games, no nothing. But some of the other kills, it's like, hey, let me have some fun here a little bit, right? And that Ghostface can get into a squabble, and that Ghostface can run and track you down and stuff, right? Like, I think that would be something that could kind of, like I said, marry those two Ghostface and lead into just a better kind of Scream film, and also give you the ability to actually get some Ghostface chase scenes. Well, rumors, because everything's a rumor until it comes out, Jude released some information. Nothing crazy, but just that Scream 7 is expected to deliver the most insane chase scenes we've gotten in the franchise. That is something that is pretty bold, right? Because like I said, we've had some pretty good chase scenes. But this is a slasher franchise, right? And that kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, you think of other franchises even, right? Like think of Urban Legends with like Tara Reid and her chase scene. Think of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, right? Like all of these things, I think, you've had great chase scenes, memorable moments, things like that. If Scream 7 can give us anything close to that, like that would be awesome. But if they can give us some high-end quality chase scenes, like, hey man, these might be some of the best, if not the best in the franchise, that would be a huge win in my opinion, for this Scream film, right? And could actually add some tones to it. Obviously, it depends on the type of chase scenes. Are they ridiculous and over the top, right? Like, how is it? But if you can have things where, it's well delivered, you build the tension, like, because that's the thing, like you need to make sure you're building the tension. Like if it's just like you see Ghostface and Ghostface just run, you just start running and Ghostface chasing after you, like, yeah, there's some level of just like anxiety, like is Ghostface going to get him or not? But like you look at, Scream 2 with the panel scene, like that did such a great job of just building that tension, building that like anxiety of like at any moment she's a goner, right? Or think of, I Know What You Did Last Summer with Helen Shivers, right? Sarah Michelle Gellar's character. you look at something like that and it's just like, it built like it's this drawn out scene where you're getting multiple locations. It's at any moment you're just like, oh, this is oh no, she got away. Okay. And then right when you think she's about to get away, she's, hobbled, kind of, running towards the thing, and boom, just gets taken out. Right? Like it's those kind of things, those kind of memorable chasings, those memorable kills that you think about. I just think like that's what I want to see. Right? I want things that build high tension. There were rumors a while ago now at this point. I want to say maybe it was like 2 months ago now. But there were rumors that we would get like a car chase scene, like even something like that has potential. It could be really good. You can build the tension, like, have like extended chase scenes, right? Like I don't want to necessarily overdo, because you can make it feel like, oh, this is just one long film of chase scenes, right? I don't want that. I want balance, right? You want to have, the brutality and the quick kills mixed in with the chasings, mixed in with the tension building, mixed in with the misdirection, mixed in with the whodunit mystery and the character development. Like you want it to blend in and feel natural in a way. You want there to be purpose, right? You want there to be reason. Like it's, again, chase scenes are awesome, chase scenes are cool, but it's better when it actually has purpose, and it takes the audience on this journey, right? Takes the audience on an adventure into the roller coaster that you're on at that moment, right? That's what it feels like. Like I said, you're on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh, are they about to make it? Are they about to? Especially if you can do it with characters that are beloved. You put Chad and Mindy in an epic chase scene, or you put Gail or Sydney, right? Like it's like, even if there's. So like Sydney, it's probably the best example, right? We know they're not going to kill her, right? So there is that subconscious thought. There is that thought in the back of your head, which is kind of one of the things that I've expressed in one of my arguments for moving off of Sydney. But, yes, we know she's not going to die, but you can still build that tension. And you could still have the result you're looking for at the end by somebody else dying, right? Like, so, for example, Scream 2, right? The panel scene. Gail's the target. We're following Gail. We're looking at Gail. We're thinking Gail's the one that's about to die. Gail's the one that's about to meet her end. And then she ends up trapped herself in the closet. And then here comes Dewey, kind of just, stumbling in and just all, aloof and everything. Like, it's that kind of thing. And then like, oh no, he's about to get it. Boom. Right? So you could do something similar to where, maybe Sydney's the main target, we're on it, and then maybe her husband ends up beating his end, or, maybe one of the Meeks twins or something, like somebody impactful, somebody important, somebody that, is unexpected, that kind of, you see them come in a frame and you're like, oh no, are they the one that's about to get it? Like that's a way that you can kind of create that in this upcoming Scream movie. And, again, I could talk about all the time, delivery and execution, storytelling, the process itself is what can make or break things in so many ways, right? If you approach this in a proper manner, if you create the proper buildup, if you, have, the buildup and anxiety and tension and all those things in the chase scene, then you can deliver a quality chase scene that is going to have a lasting effect, is what I'm trying to get at. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? You excited? Do you think that this is awesome? Do you think, like, we'll see how it all plays out? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.